this the other day. Like I finally feel like maybe the happiest I've been in a long time slash ever, and also just like really content. Like I feel like I'm balancing really well, not taking too much on to offset that balance.
Hey guys, I have an awesome interview for you today. When Ian first joined the program, his biggest challenges were centered around balancing his health and fitness goals with a big corporate job, and also reframing for himself what should be measured along the way to evaluate success in his healthy living and fitness plan. What I'm most proud of is Ian's mindset, how he took the tools that we worked on together and used those to drive this progress to completion. Check it out. Where were you before you started the coaching program last year?
I think before we started our engagement, I was just in a real big, I think, rut. I think I was getting adjusted to a new role and finding my footing. And I also felt like for me, and Ashley knows this because we've talked about it so much, like I am a very much like all or nothing person. Oftentimes I feel like I have changed since then, but at the time in October 2020 I was very like all or nothing. Like I was all into work and nothing into like my own fitness, and I just really didn't care to strike a balance until I like realized like, oh my gosh, I for the first time stepped on a scale and I saw that I was close to 200 pounds. I was 198 pounds. I did not like the way I looked in the mirror. I felt like, oh my gosh, like I really could see the snowball effect of that lack of caring of my nutrition and lack of caring of an exercise plan in one day, and it was that scale, but it was also just like looking in the mirror and being like, oh wow, yeah, you let this go way too far. You need to prioritize other things besides your career.
What were the main things that you learned during the coaching period?
Oh my gosh, so much. I think you were so good at accountability and like building and reframing like what's going to keep me accountable, and also encouraging this idea of like not fixating on the scale, which I had always done in bouts of, you know, binging and restricting, which I definitely had for a while. I was very, very, very like tied to the scale. And you taught me that through, you know, strength training and eating carbohydrates, which I thought were like the devil before, and eating a lot of protein and eating healthy fats, like your body, you know, the scale doesn't tell the whole story.
Yes.
And I think that was so apparent when I started taking more progress pictures. Like, yeah, maybe I lost a pound or maybe I gained a half a pound in a week, but like, whoa, I can see definition in my shoulders and I haven't seen that in 8 months. Or whoa, my chest is like coming up higher where it was, you know, sagging before. And I was like, okay, don't step on a scale. And if you do step on a scale, like, don't let it ruin your day, because just go back to those pictures and see that your body is recalibrating. It's gaining muscle, which I 100% would prefer over trying to be rail thin and eat no carbs. Like that's not sustainable.
So if anyone's on the fence about coaching, what would you say?
I think coaching can be intimidating to a lot of people because I think a lot of people are scared to be exposed to like their like in that moment habits. Like before Ashley came in, I was like, oh shit, she's gonna judge me for like these horrible patterns. Like, and what I would suggest to others is like, what was so beautiful about our coaching experience is I could be as transparent with you and I could text you when I was really wanting to binge, and you would give me suggestions on how to, not even suggestions, you would be like, okay, why are you feeling that way right now? Or is anything going on right now that's encouraging this? And you know, you wouldn't just work on the surface level, you would really bring in the psychological holistic view of behavior and behavior change. And so I think your coaching program is of course results are always important, and they're a product of being adherent to a program. But what I really found value with your coaching is that it incorporated the whole person approach, which allowed for sustainable change. It wasn't like, Ian, here's your meal plan for a month, and here are your exercises for a month, and like report back after 30 days with how much you've lost, which feels so impersonal and transactional. It with you, it felt like, yes, those are key pillars to a fitness journey, like nutrition and working out, but you layer on the behavior changes, the psychology, the kind of acknowledging people's busy lives in this crazy busy time where we're pulled in 800 different directions. Like, you're really able to meet people in their moment and still enact change, which I think is awesome. Now 35 pounds, like that's a shit ton of weight. And like, it's not like I'm emaciated. I'm also putting on muscle, and I feel super toned and strong. And like, when I go to the gym, I'm really pushing like the different weights like each week. And so it's weird because I feel so happy for myself